Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Welcome to the Daily. I'm glad you're here today. Today I want to give a shout out to Anthony Cuffia from Huntington Beach, California, my state of origin. So good to meet you, Anthony. Thank you for your partnership. This devotional is for you and your family and your church today. Our text is Judges chapter 9. I'm going to be reading verses 1 through 6. Now Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal, went to Shechem to his mother's relatives and said to them and to the whole clan of his mother's family, "Say in the ears of all the leaders of Shechem, which is better for you, that all 70 of the sons of Jerubbaal rule over you, or that one rule over you? Remember also that I am your bone and your flesh." And his mother's relatives spoke all these words on his behalf in the ears of all the leaders of Shechem, and their hearts were inclined to follow Abimelech, for they said, "He is our brother." And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Baal-berith, with which Abimelech hired worthless and reckless fellows who followed him. And he went to his father's house at Ophrah and killed his brothers, the sons of Jerubbaal, 70 men on one stone. But Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, for he hid himself, and all the leaders of Shechem came together, and all Beth-millo, and they went and made Abimelech king by the oak of the pillar at Shechem. So if you remember, Abimelech is the son of Gideon and his mistress from the neighboring town of Shechem. His name, if you remember, meant "my father is king." A constant reminder to himself of even his own desire to seize kingship. Right, parents, this is important. Little digression here, but remember that names carry significant power and influence on our children's lives. So be careful what you name your child. They're going to hear these names reinforced every day of their life and the meaning of those names, okay? But after Gideon's death, Abimelech sought to claim the kingship for himself. He engaged in political maneuvering, appealing to his own relatives in Shechem. He manipulated family loyalty and secured funding from Baal's temple, and then hired these evil mercenaries, these foolish men. With ruthless precision then, he slaughtered his 70 brothers, all of Gideon's sons, his legitimate sons, in one location, leaving only one lone survivor, and that was Jotham, and he's going to play a critical role in this whole story. Abimelech then crowned himself king, not through God's calling, but through murder and ambition, and what began as a desire for power ended in a massacre in this moment. Okay, so ambition. Let's talk about it for a second. Ambition in itself is not inherently evil. There is such a thing as good and godly ambition. God encourages us to strive for his ambitions derived from righteous desires. However, when ambition is disconnected from God and his character, it can become toxic. It will become toxic. It leads us to cutting corners, exploiting others, and justifying sin in the name of, getting ahead. Abimelech exemplifies what occurs when a leader seeks power, control, and wealth without consulting God. While they may achieve some measure of power, control, and riches, they ultimately lose everything of true value. Their ambition also poisons those around them, including family, friends, and the entire community and nation. This threat, though, exists within all of us. Our ambition can easily turn toxic, whether it involves climbing that corporate ladder, seeking approval from someone else, or pursuing online influence, which could be true of me as well. We might even feel tempted to pursue power without ever first consulting God, which ends up putting us in a position against God. So take a moment today to evaluate. Identify an area where maybe your ambition maybe distancing yourself from God. It might even be really, really subtle, so subtle that you might not even notice it. Journal about it a little bit, right? Write some thoughts down about what you see, what you may not even notice, because this needs to be surrendered to God before it grows out of control. And then ask God to purify those motives and ambitions before that ambition turns toxic. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else. And I'll see you right back here for more to the story tomorrow.